Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you time zone you're in watching this. Sorry about that. I'll edit that out. Big Gumby thing. Let's start again, take two. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hello, my beautiful YouTube people. With the sound of blues in the background. But we're going to cook another budget meal. And this time I will show you the process. I hope you cook the meal. It's cheap, it's budget friendly, and it's set up for good flavours. Good, I love cooking. Okay. Woo! We'll wait till the break in the harmonica solo, eh? Or I'll fall down. One of the two. Hey, hello, YouTube. Okay, so we're going to first start to prepare this dish with the most important thing that we could do as cooks. Wash our hands. So let's give you a rundown of washing the hands. Let's wet our hands first. Apply some strong detergent. Wash them. Wash them, man. Wash your hands. You know? Wash your hands, guys. Doesn't hurt if you've got to prepare food. Been out in the city all day, touching foreigners. Let's get under those nails, eh? Let's get under those nails. Let's rinse off. And let's dry. Let's not get an old dirty grubby towel either to dry, and my hands will be dry in a minute. So clean, ready to go. Let's select a really good knife, eh? Yeah, she's a beauty, that one. Let's clean our chopping board too, for Christ's sake. You can hear the sizzle and the power's going to go off. So the onion's in, we'll stir it around a bit and that'll be it. Very important, quite cheap. This is our next ingredient and the next stage to our sweating onions. That's about that much, maybe a little bit more. Let's use the whole lot, why not? Where's our spoon? Whoop, let's find our spoon. We have our spoon. Let's mix that all in and get that happening. Get those flavours pumping, I reckon. Get those flavours pumping. Ingredient, the seafood. Let's pop the seafood in, eh? Just like that. Okay, pretty rough and ready. But I'm a rough and ready sort of guy. But anyway, let's get that cooking. Let's get that cooking. See it cooking? Beautiful stuff. That pan's pretty hot. That's what we want. No, just let it cook for a bit. Let it cook for a bit. Let's see how our rice is going. Yeah, not yet. But we can probably turn our rice right down. So we've turned our rice right down. That's right up. Oh, I better not do too much of that. I lost the prawn. Bung. Bad. Bad contamination. But anyway, I know that my stove top was sterilised and clean. So that's why it went back in. Alright. Must reach for the intermittent beverage whilst cooking. Oh man, look at that. See how it's cooking? See how it's doing its thing. I think we might wipe up our stove top, eh? There you go. It's doing its thing. Oh, Dave, what a messy cook you are, eh? But what I'm saying here is that you don't have to be escoffier to be a cook. How's our rice going yet? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. See how it hasn't absorbed all the liquid yet? Okay. The rice is done when it's absorbed all the liquid. Start shaking. Shaking the bejesus out of it. Crack her open. Pour her in. Pour her in, guys. Coconut cream. Now look, you could add a few more little things, but essentially you've got your sauce. You've got your sauce. Let that just finish cooking in that cream. And you'll add that to the rice. Look, I don't have many nice garnishes, but something like fresh coriander, bang, beautiful. All right, catch you when it's cooked. Now's a good time to turn it right down. A simmer is what we want now. Just a simmer. Let it come off the heat for a bit. That'll thicken up beautifully. Okay, how's our rice going? Yeah, it's getting better. Not quite yet. 5 more minutes. Great time to enjoy the red wine, the Shiraz of Australia. Grown, I don't know where, but pretty nice. It's got me, you know, rocking and rolling. Cheers. Salt and pepper to taste. I think it could do with it. It spices it up a little bit. Okay. You can see just how much pepper that I put into that dish. So let's check our rice. Yeah, look, our rice, you know, it's growing. Enjoy the vein. Mate, that rice is bloody brilliant. All right, so we've got rice, seafood gumbo type thing, salt, pepper, seafood, onion, and our coconut milk, and some curry paste, Thai green curry paste. Simple, cost-effective, budget-focused meal for the midweek. Leave a comment and you know, if you've enjoyed cooking, we'll plate up shortly, and I'll give you the final result of what it should look like. Thanks for coming on my cooking journey with me. Diggers, smoke time and then service. So we've got a few minutes just to let it mature. You might think it looks like a pot of slop, but it's not. It's just lacking garnishes like a fresh coriander to really lift it, or mint or something like that. That would lift it. But we've got to remember that this is a budget-minded meal for, you know, people doing it hard. And I know my friends are doing it hard. You know, there's not a lot of money around, so we've got to make creative dishes that are tasty, wholesome, and can last 1 or 2 nights. And I'll show you how to keep this. One would say with seafood, you're probably better freezing it, really. We've had our smoke, we've had our drink, it's time for service. This is the end result, guys. The rice is absorbed, it's just at a gentle simmer, so I believe those flavours of all... It's alchemy, guys, absolute alchemy. Let's plate it up. You can see, we don't have a very good camera angle though, but that's all right. That's all right. That's fine. That's not what it's about. You get the understanding of what we're trying to do here. So we've got our rice. Yeah, our rice. I reckon a good old bloody spoonful. Yeah, in the bowl. This, don't be too selective. Yes, there's some nice pieces in there. Just get your spoon, dive in. You know, tomorrow night might be that big prawn rather than tonight, you know. But I will get that extra piece of salmon because I do like salmon. So that's it. Let that cool. The stove's completely off now. I didn't really care so much about the bowl. But to add a bit of greenery, come on, we'll put a few dry herbs on it. Just to make it look, you know. Single men, serve that to your lady and she will love you long time. Asian inspired Australian cuisine using Australian fresh ingredients. Beautiful. That's the dish. Thanks for watching. I'm going to enjoy it now. See, the bowl is empty. I'm richer for the experience. A budget meal that tastes. But it's all about putting those classic combinations together, folks. Right. I was going to demonstrate a little bit further, but I'm thinking of going back for seconds. Chives. Just the weeest little sprinkle. That's all. Just a wee little sprinkle. They're pretty strong, but it does sort of, what does it look like? Does it lift? Does it lift the dish? I don't know, that's seconds. Not much you can do with seconds. You just, the reason you love second. Yum, yum, yum. That's all I can say. Another budget success that's just so tasty. A little bit of effort. Now, I'm just a dumb old biker and I made that. You can too. It's that time to play serious chef again. The food we cook tonight is of such the highest risk. So we need to value it and protect it. I think even more than the welfare surprise. Welfare surprise just went into the fridge. I love seafood, but I'm skeptical of it. So for me, it gets frozen and I bring it out when I need to cook it again, and it can be just microwaved and it'll be fine. All the tastes and flavours. You'll never ever beat it fresh, but I've cooked enough for 2 meals, so that lightens the financial load by cooking two meals, maybe 3, but 2 meals. I mean, what's left over you can probably at a stretch make 2 meals, probably. Small, and you'd be wanting for seconds, but you know, what many dinners are around that leave you wanting for seconds? All right, I'll get back to you when I prepared it ready for freezing. Oh, and gets to put his finger around it and go, oh, chef did okay on that sauce. That's really nice. And he goes back for another go. The pot wash. The joys and some of the hidden, what would you call it? Joys of the job of being a pot wash. you get to taste the chef straight from the pan. Plastic, and it's all there. It's in the bowl. I'm going to cover it with some plastic and pop it in the freezer section of the refrigerator. I want this frozen, so I think it preserves it better. All right, so let's do that. Okay, without further ado, I'll get out the cling film. As you can see, wrapped. Obviously, you know, like a proper, you know, proper. But that's a really good meal for another day. Into the freezer. Oh, while I'm there, take out the ice cream, eh? Oh, what's for dessert?